Hi, I'm Kevin. Now I'm going to show a corpus-based teaching plan. The background is that students usually have problems in using a variety of words. They tend to use the same word to express a certain thing in writing tasks, which will make the compositions boring. So it is necessary to learn synonyms and their collocations so that they can use various words to describe something and guarantee the accuracy at the same time. The target students are in junior high schools, and we use EdUHK for this lesson plan. This time, we teach how to find the suitable synonyms of important and very. It's better if the students can use computers in class, because we hope that the students can use corpora as an individual learning tool. But if they can't use computers, it's okay to use pictures showing the operations as substitutions. There are many 4 stages in this lesson plan. The first is to raise students' awareness of repeated use of important and very, so they can discover their problems in writing. Then we use EdUHK to learn how to find synonyms. After that, we briefly introduce the proper registers because some words are more suitable in speaking, while some are for writing. Finally, we provide several exercises to help students consolidate the knowledge. Okay, let's come to the first step. The teacher shows a composition written by one of the students, which contains a lot of repeated important and very. The students are asked to circle all the adjectives and adverbs and try to find out the problems on their own. And then they could work in groups to discuss and make conclusions. After the groups report the answers, the teacher demonstrates 2 sets of Chinese words, which are the counterparts of important and very. And the teacher says the problem is the word use. For the second stage, we teach students to find out the synonyms using EdUHK. So we open the website. Take important as an example. We type in $important in the box. Notice that we can choose different registers. We may use different words in academic contexts, speaking, or fictions, so we make options in section and define the register. This time, we choose academic and click on Find Matching Strings. The results show the synonyms, and students are asked to record the first 5 results due to the time limit. For homework, the teacher can ask them to look up more words in the result list in the dictionary, so they will get a better idea of the use of these words. Next, the teacher should have the students to see how these synonyms are used in sentences, so they can know under what context can they replace the original word. But there's a problem when using the corpus. If we click on the words and look at the contexts, it's hard to find a good sentence to fit the student's level because the sentences are usually too difficult. So we can use the sample sentences in the dictionaries, for example, Collins, Lawman, Cambridge, and so on. The sample sentences are shown on the screen. Notice that as teachers, we only choose the synonyms which are suitable, because without teachers' instructions, students themselves would make mistakes or misunderstand something. The teacher can also provide some Chinese sentences with synonyms to illustrate that sometimes synonyms are used in different contexts. So, to further understand this, students should know the collocations. The teacher should teach students how to use the collocates and compare functions in EdUHK, just like this. Say, let's find out the difference between important and significant. Try the compare function first. Because they are both adjectives, we choose noun as the words being modified. Then let's compare. As we can see, the words in the important list are more common, and significant usually modifies something more formal and academic. You can have the students record several results from the collocations and try to find out the patterns first, and then explain explicitly. And students can also explore by using collocates. They can define the word class of the word next to it. After that, the students can do some simple translation exercises. When translating, they can use the newly learned synonyms to replace important and very. The next stage is pretty simple. The purpose is to help students realize that under various registers, we may use different synonyms. Let's go back to the list function. This time, we choose spoken in the section part and type in $important. We can see that the result is a little different from the academic register. Students can do some further search on their own. For this part, the teacher only needs to explain briefly to let the students get a general idea of register. And that's pretty enough for students at this level. Finally, the exercise part. The first step is to paraphrase the composition at the beginning of this lesson. All the importance and varies are now blanks, and students should use the synonyms to replace the words as many as possible. Then they will realize that it is better to use a variety of words. After this step, students are asked to write a composition, the topic of which is similar to what they have just learned. So this is a more demanding productive task to test whether they have grasped the knowledge. In this lesson plan, the corpus just serves as a learning tool. It may seem that it didn't play a very significant part, but the point is, teachers should guide the students to learn English with this useful tool individually, especially vocabulary and writing. In my view, if students can combine corpora and dictionaries, they can have a very high learner autonomy. So I think as teachers, we should give guidance of how to use corpus effectively. Thank you.